America is back. I return to this chamber tonight to report that America's momentum is back, our spirit is back, our pride is back, our confidence is back, and the American dream is surging bigger and better than ever before.
Mr. Green, take your seat. Take your seat, sir. Take your seat. Finding that members continue to engage in willful and concerted disruption of proper decorum, the chair now directs the Sergeant-at-Arms to restore order. Remove this gentleman from the chamber.
This is my fifth such speech to Congress. And once again, I look at the Democrats in front of me, and I realize there is absolutely nothing I can say to make them happy or to make them stand or smile or applaud. Nothing I can do. So Democrats sitting before me, for just this one night, why not join us in celebrating so many incredible wins for America? For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again. As you know, we inherited from the last administration an economic catastrophe and an inflation nightmare. Their policies drove up energy prices, pushed up grocery costs, and drove the necessities of life out of reach for millions and millions of Americans. They've never had anything like it. We suffered the worst inflation in 48 years, but perhaps even in the history of our country. They're not sure. As president, I'm fighting every day to reverse this damage and make America affordable again. And in the near future, I want to do what has not been done in 24 years, balance the federal budget. We're going to balance it. With that goal in mind, we have developed in great detail what we are calling the Gold Card, which goes on sale very, very soon. For $5 million, we will allow the most successful job-creating people from all over the world to buy a path to U.S. citizenship. It's like the green card, but better and more sophisticated. If you don't make your product in America, however, under the Trump administration, you will pay a tariff, and in some cases, a rather large one. Other countries have used tariffs against us for decades, and now it's our turn to start using them against those other countries. April 2nd, reciprocal tariffs kick in, and whatever they tariff us, other countries, we will tariff them. That's reciprocal, back and forth. Whatever they tax us, we will tax them. If they do non-monetary tariffs to keep us out of their market, then we will do non-monetary barriers to keep them out of our market. There's a lot of that, too. In 2018, DJ was diagnosed with brain cancer. The doctors gave him 5 months at most to live. That was more than 6 years ago. Since that time, DJ and his dad have been on a quest to make his dream come true, and DJ has been sworn in as an honorary law enforcement officer, actually a number of times. The police love him, the police departments love him. And tonight, DJ, we're going to do you the biggest honor of them all. I am asking our new Secret Service Director, Sean Curran, to officially make you an agent of the United States Secret Service. In the Middle East, we're bringing back our hostages from Gaza. In my first term, we achieved one of the most groundbreaking peace agreements in generations, the Abraham Accords. And now we're going to build on that foundation to create a more peaceful and prosperous future. Earlier today, I received an important letter from President Zelensky of Ukraine. The letter reads, Ukraine is ready to come to the negotiating table as soon as possible to bring lasting peace closer. Nobody wants peace more than the Ukrainians, he said. I appreciate that he sent this letter, just got it a little while ago. Simultaneously, we've had serious discussions with Russia and have received strong signals that they are ready for peace. Wouldn't that be beautiful? Wouldn't that be beautiful? It's time to stop this madness. It's time to halt the killing. It's time to end this senseless war. If you want to end wars, you have to talk to both sides. My fellow Americans, get ready for an incredible future because the golden age of America has only just begun.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog?
God bless you.
We're not coming from a professional view. We're not loyal to none of that shit that's on TV, you know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood. We the hood view, you know? Representation of black people, period, on the bench. Because we don't know who Clarence Thomas is representing. He's sitting on a Supreme Court, sitting on a bench, smelling like cocoa butter. I followed the plan, man. I got the whole world in.
Yep. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. We live. Welcome to Hood View Politics, where we go into a deep, detailed dive into politics from a hood point of view. I'm Rabbit John. Wednesday night, this Hood View Politics. Come on in, hit that like button, that subscribe button, the notification bell, so you know we about to slide on up in there. See that? Help the brothers out. Yeah, now if you're new here, you don't know what to expect. But if you've been here before, you know what's going on. We chasing magazine coons. Let's not forget about those Puerto Ricans and white ladies too. Welcome to Hood View Politics. Everybody that's new, appreciate you for stepping by. Like, subscribe. If you take 10 seconds to listen to it, we appreciate you a whole lot. You know what I'm saying, dog? What's going on with you? First of all, I got to tell you, one thing about motherfucking age. The huge thing about getting older, right, is things are unexpected.
For example, you would think that, first of all, you feel like normal, right? You feel like in your mental state that you feel like I could do this, I could do that, I could do this, I could do that, right? But at some points, as getting older, things change, right? So like I told you, motherfucker, my son in the basketball now, right? Mm-hmm. So my goal is to take him to the gym, let him work out, you know what I'm saying, do good shit, put work in, right? So I felt like, fuck it, I could do some things out here too, since we here. No, you don't, you know what I'm saying? Once you start passing 40s and 45s, no. Your mind might say it. You say, motherfucker, hey, you can do this, what you did when you were 20. Do it. Soon as you try, your body say, that hurt. Now that's gonna hurt in the morning. You know what I'm saying? That I wonder why my core trying to run around my son. Man, I realized that morning I woke up, I couldn't even almost move no more. Like, what the fuck just happened?
That ain't happening.
It's not the age limit no more. You know what I'm saying? That we ain't at that point no more. Now, bro, over the motherfucking now everybody watch this motherfucking clown ass nigga speech and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully everybody out there watched Donald J. the fuck Orange Demon Trump speech, right? Now, before we go into the speech itself, we heard some of it at the beginning, right? But my first thought process was all Democrats did not show up, right? Now, in the process of this, there's a lot of motherfuckers that did their thing and stepped up and did whatever they wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? We'll get in deeper into motherfucking the man himself, Al Green. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. That's what happened.
But eventually, for example, all right, Trump had the motherfucking speech, right? And me personally, and if you're a MAG out there anywhere, you can come on this podcast and talk to us too. That's what we're here for. You know what I'm saying, Doc? And I took a few things from the joint first. One is him as president, he still want to be MAGA. So my thing is, you as president think everybody should be MAGA?
Yeah.
Or everybody should think like MAGA? Like, that is not what a president do. You a president. I feel you when you do the campaign. I'm with you on that. You did your shit on that shit. You did whatever. You know what I'm saying? But once you're president of everybody. You got clowns walking in your front office with the MAGA hats on. You got motherfucking Elon Musk. I don't know who the fuck he is. He walks in with a black MAGA hat on. Like, what are we doing? You're the president now, bro. Be the fucking president.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So when you watch the motherfucking speech, what you get is the motherfucker talking about Biden. Why? He talking about Biden, I don't know how many times, bro. I'm looking at the joint like, okay, what is this Biden thing? Oh, Biden fucked that up. Biden did that. Oh, Democrats, y'all some motherfucking left-wing lunatics. And pointed at him. Why? That's why I said this is not even what's the speech I was talking about? State of the Union. This was just some shit that no Democrat should have showed up to. What do you think?
I got to stretch it. I don't know what the fuck up with Democrats. These Democrats are still out there.
Do you think they should have came there, or everybody should have came in, whatever the fuck? Do you think they should have showed up first?
I'm on an either or option. I mean, if you didn't show up, which a lot of them didn't. They went out and put out on social media and went in the press and said, "No, I'm not showing up to this shit show that's fit to happen." And that's that. I think when I sent this in Maryland, I also broke. Yeah, I think she did, and a few others. So I was like, if you do, cool. You don't, blah, blah, blah. Just go in, I guess you figure you're doing your duty or whatever. And a lot of them feel that's what they was doing. But nevertheless, those who went, they had some kind of protest. Some women was wearing hot pink for women's causes, and they was holding up the little, what they call them motherfuckers, call them Jones all night. Well, the little bingo cards.
Okay.
That was, oh my God, that was irritating, and it was ignorant. Y'all could.
You didn't like the bingo card?
No, I didn't like the bingo cards at all. What it looked like, it looked like it was in the bingo hall. Y'all could have came up with a better design or something different than that. I dig the thought, but the execution on that bingo card thing, I wasn't really feeling it. So then he went on, and Trump said something that set Al Green off. But this This was crazy.
But
Go ahead.
the part I don't like is when he said something about no matter what I do, I can cure whatever the fuck. And these people over here, he pointed at him.
Yeah,
These people over
I'm
here
gonna
will
get
never
that.
stand, right?
I'm gonna get to that.
Remember, I always told you, I don't give a fuck if he cured cancer.
I
He's a
ain't
piece of
fucking
shit to me. You know what I'm
with
saying?
him. Shit.
He literally said that right there. It was like, but my thing is, they there. He get to point at you and say dumb shit and point at you. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And aggravate you and put the shit on you in broad daylight and make you all right. They sitting with these cars. I'm with you. The car was bullshit. So you sit here and put these cars up. What the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna do anything. And like you was about to say, the only and then when he going to, you was about to go into in a minute, but when he said radical left
Mhm.
and then pointed at everybody, I'm like, what the fuck? This crowd over here clapping at radical left, clapping at, get this, the era of unelected bureaucrats is over. What the fuck are we talking about with Elon Musk right there with your hat on?
I took lots of notes.
Holy fuck, bro. Before we get to the hero of the night, right? 150-year-old people.
That was a good one.
What is happening with this clown, bro?
Trump got to stop with the comedy.
Go ahead.
It's out here looking for.
Go ahead.
150, 140, 145, 50-year-old people. Now, so we done got up to with the real action about to kick off. So Trump just said something that just set Al Green the fuck off. Al jumped up and he wasn't having it when Trump said he had an overwhelming victory or some shit and said he had a mandate. The word mandate set Al Green off. So now Al Green, he jumped up yelling, you ain't got no mandate. You ain't got no mandate for this, that, and the third. They tell Al Green to sit down. Boom, boom, boom. Al Green ain't sitting down. So basically they call the sergeant at arms and they put Al Green out. You can see the whole time. Soon as Al Green jumped up, Mike Pence like, get him out of here. Then Trump like, get him out of here. Then that punk ass Mike Davis and I'm Mike Johnson, whatever the fuck his name is, I'll get to him shortly too. But so Al Green stands up and he say what he say. You know, you got no mandate, whatever. They put Al Green out. This would piss me off about Democrats last night. Me and my man right here, we get on here, and at times we have knockdown, drag out arguments because we agree on what need to be done. We disagree a lot on how to get there or what road to take and what methods to use. I keep saying that if Democrats just lay back, y'all gonna have all the issues you need, and you ain't got to jump out there doing nothing because they writing the script for you. They spoon feeding you the shit. When they put Al Green out last night, every fucking Democrat in that chamber was supposed to get up and walk the fuck out right behind Al Green. 77-year-old Al Green, congressman from Texas. Y'all supposed to get up and filed the fuck out that chamber last night and left the world and the country with the image of this motherfucker giving an hour and 40-minute speech to just Republicans. And them motherfuckers jumping up all and doing all of that, and you wouldn't have got to the point where these people over here, I could do this, that, and they'll never cheer for me, or they need to get on board and all that other shit. it would have never got to the point where he pointed at motherfucker, basically pointed at Elizabeth Warren and insulted her to her face, calling her Pocahontas.
I forgot about that. Yeah, I was gonna get to that.
You would have never got to that because you should have got the fuck up and you did what Al Green did. Y'all gonna put me out, walk the fuck out, and went right before the cameras. And when they said, Al, why did you do what you did? Because he said he had a mandate. He don't have no mandate. This is what Al Green said. He doesn't have a mandate to cut Medicare, to cut Social Security, and cut Medicaid. That's what Al Green went in front of the cameras and said. Every Democrat in that motherfucking hall should have did just what the fuck he did. Because right then and there, are you looking for a motherfucking message and an overarching message on something that affects the whole party? It was fair for you. All you had to do was walk the fuck out behind him and say, we stand behind Al Green and what he's fighting for and what he said, and say, yes, he does not have a mandate to do this, that, and the third. You had all the time, and that wouldn't have been the motherfucking issue today. You know, they running this speech back and shit, and they're gonna censure Al Green and all this shit. That would have been the story for the next however long that Democrats got up, they put Al Green out, and Democrats walked out behind Al Green, and they went to the motherfucking. All the cameras going to be in their face, even when they go home, when they go hear that. Why did you walk out on the president? What was you protesting? Blah, 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 blah. You had all of that spoon fed. They gave it to you on the platter, and you wouldn't take it. But they're going to put Al Green out, and you're going to have a censure vote, so they're going to censor him, put it on his record, try to stain his record. It don't do nothing. They ain't got no real punishment they can give it, but to try to fuck up his record. And at this point, and at this time, what he did standing up against Trump, like he did, he'd gladly take that on his record. That's a badge of honor. Y'all is dumb. When Marjorie Taylor Greene, Lauren Boebert, and whoever else decided to get up and want to call Barack Obama a liar, disrespect the man at the State of the Union, did the same shit to Joe Biden. Y'all sit there and let them get away with that shit. Y'all didn't put that shit on them broads' records. Y'all didn't hold no social vote. Y'all didn't condemn them. Oh yeah, y'all condemn. Oh, we shouldn't. They shouldn't have did what they did. What they did was disrespectful. Yes, they did. Yes, what they did was disrespectful. And just like they're going to do with Al Green and try to put it on his record, y'all supposed to put it on them bitches' record. That's one of the things my man right here keep talking about. You knew the motherfucking Republican playbook that if anybody got out of order, they was gonna put them out. Y'all know they playbook. But y'all don't want to y'all act like y'all don't want to get dirty. Oh, when they go low, we go high. Fuck when they go low, we go high. That shit ain't working. Y'all motherfuckers supposed to went out and stand behind that man. Fuck all that bullshit. That's why he got to stand up there and tell 115 or 150 lies or whatever the fuck he told. 130-year-old people, 150-year-old people out here scamming Social Security.
And first of all, shouts out to Al Green, man. Everybody know. First of all, we be ahead. We point out people that we feel like fight for our causes. So we pointed them out months ago, almost a year ago, right? But he one of the ones that wanted to impeach the orange fuck demon Trump earlier. But on this certain joint right here, once the orange fuck demon Donald Trump said he had the mandate, it rubbed him wrong, because then you saying you can take shit away. People gave you the mandate to take Social Security. People gave you the mandate to take Medicare. And that's just not fucking true.
Mm-hmm.
So, first of all, you never told none of those MAGA bitches that you was doing anything with Medicare. You told them Medicare would never be touched. So that was a fucking lie. You told them Social Security would never be touched. You lied to them. You bait and switched, you lied, you duped them. Period. And then on top of that, you had somebody like this man right here, Al Green, who motherfucker is in the motherfucking Congress, so healthcare is irrelevant to him. And he taking an emotional stance on you fucking with people's healthcare. Now, it's two things I agree with the number one soul brother, then I disagree, right? So it's hard to split this, right? Because I agree on what, for example, they got the Sergeant Arms to come out and get Mr. Green, right?
Yeah.
So I agree with you that everybody should have just walked out with him when that happened, right? I agree with that. But what I disagree is everything should have happened before that. They should not have been there. Period. Al Green should not have been there to be get put out. None of the Democrats should have been sitting there so he could point at you and say you're a radical.
Oh, yeah.
And you can't even say shit. Like, you can't, he can stand there and say, oh, Pocahontas, she didn't like that. And there's no response. There's no immediate, there's none of that. It's just him saying that and you saying it, sitting there taking it. So that's my point of, I get it, the leader Humphreys. And plus, I want to get on that a little later too. Leader Humphreys, I get it. You want to be part of, like, saying, I'm not running out of my house or some shit like that. I get that. But at some point, you got to make a stance on you are not part of this nonsense they doing, period. And when somebody like motherfucking Green step up, and like my man said, he was in a situation where he was just saying, bruh, you ain't getting no mandate. And this what happened.
Members are engaging in willful and continuing breach of decorum, and the chair is prepared to direct the Sergeant at Arms to restore order to the joint session.
Okay.
Mr. Green, take your seat.
So, right here, right? I agree with you. There's nobody saying I'm with you. There's nobody saying, okay, if this shit is going on, like, to me, the walking out is not huge, other than you making a stand saying that right there you talking about is bullshit, and we all together with that, right? So, to me, the stance was after they did that was everything came out of his mouth after that. That was a lie. Another person will walk out, or make enough noise to make this bitch ass nigga. What's the leader? Fucking the one that put him out.
Mike, whatever fucking name.
Do whatever you got to scream out to say to make him do that. Then the next person out. Then once he lie again, you get up, scream up, whoever the fuck, and make whoever the bitch ass nigga do it again and again and again. And that would have been more of a point than everybody walking out when he did it. Now, it would have been more impactful for every lie. He got to stop and say, can you get her too? And get him? Now go get this person. And it's 50, it's almost 100 of these motherfuckers. It was 50 something. How many of these motherfuckers in? It's almost 50 something, right? So it's going to take time to take every person out, but it's going to be against a lie. So when you go back at it and look at it on screen, when they be talking about it on CNN, on MSNBC, it's going to be, all right, this person got put out. But they went out when he said what? A fucking lie. Then that person went out when, what happened? A fucking lie. So to me, I agree with you on one stance is the Democrats have to get on page together and strategically together combat this shit. So I know y'all smarter than these dumb fools. Use your expertise. That's what you're saying. I get it. That I agree with. They not using the expertise to outsmart these dumb fucks. These three dumb fucks up top are dumb as fuck. All three of them outsmart.
Well, see, I think they went in there. I think those who went there, they went in there with the plan of a stage protest, because we're gonna shout out Jasmine Crockett and others with her, Maxwell Frost, Ayanna Presley, and some others. They did at various times. They walked out of the
Sure.
They
did. They did.
They did that. So that probably was playing, you know, that at various intervals we gonna walk out. We gonna go.
Yeah.
We're gonna do our duty, show up. You know what I'm saying?
Getting put out is different.
But you know, but see, nobody is
Sergeant at Arms had to
Yeah.
get pulled up. That's some different shit.
See, the Al Green outburst was probably expected, because everybody's probably, you know, Al might jump up and say any motherfucking thing. You know him, that nigga crazy. But they were probably wasn't surprised that Al Green jumped up and said something. But I think they didn't expect it to go as far as it did, when they should have known fucking Republicans. They expected to go to the point that he was gonna get put out of the chamber. But when that happened, okay, that's when you you jump up. And fuck that, I'm going out with him. Because yeah, y'all got some small press about it, because it wasn't everywhere that you know wasn't a big story that you walked out. What happened with Al Green, that was a big story, because you led off.
Now you see what I'm saying? If each and every person did that,
now
this would be a huge story today.
Yeah,
Not just Al Green, everybody, the Democrats themselves.
that's my thing.
Now you feel me?
Now,
So we basically on the same page,
We're on the
but
same page. But see, Democrats, y'all motherfuckers need to hear this shit. The image of all you motherfuckers walking out behind Al Green when they put Al Green out, and y'all leaving that chamber half empty, can't nobody that's been born in this country ever that especially in the television era. Remember, we only had TV since like 1950s. TV ain't 100 years old yet. So in the TV era, when this shit was televised, no fucking president has ever had a whole entire party, half the chamber walk out, and he had the motherfucker give a speech to a half-empty chamber. While these motherfuckers was outside in front of the cameras, getting all kind of press, getting all of that motherfucker. Because you know what would have happened? Because this speech, like every Trump speech, he said the same thing. He said the same thing. So you had the opportunity to have a split screen moment with you on one, with Trump on one side, and on the other side of the screen, it would have been Democrats in front of all kind of cameras. Like, let's go to our correspondent. They has this senator here. They has this congressperson here. Blah 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 blah. You had that. It would have been as big as when you had the split screen of the Phoenix Suns and the Phoenix Suns, or whoever for Chicago Bulls, or the Phoenix Suns, whoever the fuck they was playing in the playoffs, and on one side of the screen, and OJ going down the highway with half the police department behind him on the other side of the screen. It would have been as big as that shit. And they handed it to you. And if take it back to a big the last big disagreement we had on narratives, you could have walked out that fucking chamber and set the narrative to anything you fucking wanted to be. Because when the motherfuckers, when the speech is over and the Republicans come out, it ain't about that speech. It's about the Democrats walked out and what they said. And y'all just let that shit go. You let it go. To the point that he took it, that the power they basically gave y'all, the opportunity that he gave y'all, he took it back. And then he sits there and says, man, I don't know, nothing I can do in the world. I can put a motherfucker on Pluto and they ain't gonna give me no credit. They ain't gonna clap for nothing. They ain't gonna stand up and say for nothing.
And then you got to the point where this shit cracked me up. You highlight a little boy who has cancer, a little cancer patient that wants to be a police. He has been made honorary police here, there, there. And you put him out there, especially that they black too. And you put him out there, and you this, that, and the third, you made him honorary Secret Service and all of this shit. And you the cancer this, he done beat the cancer for 5 years. But what you didn't tell motherfuckers was during the first couple of days in office, you, by executive order, cut cancer research. You think I'm lying? Look it up. Anybody out there think I'm not telling the truth? Yes, he did. When he went after motherfucker Medicare and all that shit. He cut cancer research in kids. Go back and check. So that was some lying, hypocritical ass shit. And you use them people just like the chick you done brought out there that was playing volleyball with a dude, she say, and got hit so hard in the face by the volleyball that she was what, paralyzed or something?
Think of left eye or some shit.
All types of shit. What the fuck? That don't even sound right.
And touch on that right, that part, small part is everything up to high school, kids, girls, and boys play together.
They play together.
So what would that coach, what would that parent say to them as the president of the United States? Is saying they shouldn't even be playing together. So what would these kids do? Now you see what I'm saying? How ignorant this fuck is?
In elementary school.
And everybody know what I'm talking about right now. Your kids play in some fucking sports where it's girls and boys together.
And
it's dumb as fuck.
And this goes back to me in elementary school. I remember playing in the motherfucking boy-girls softball game. We had the men teachers with the girls, and the women teachers was with the boys to even things out. Softball game. So this shit goes back, way back. In some sports, like I said, if it's a contact sport,
it's ignorant.
That's one thing. You can't put women and men on the same football field. I feel you on that. Now you don't need to have women and men playing basketball. In some league type shit where shit get hot and heavy, exhibitions and shit like that. That's different. No, men and women shouldn't be boxing. No, you shouldn't have no men and women MMA and all this old shit. Contact sports is one thing, but there's some sports that's not contact. He talks about swimming. Okay, I can be either or on swimming. But he gets up there and say that a motherfucking dude was swimming against a woman.
Remember we talked about that. I know what you're talking about.
And the dude beat the woman by 5 hours.
He was lying. The girl, they was on the same team. Remember? But we was like, why you mad at her when y'all the same? It's just that, I don't know. They stuck in these narratives of being so bigoted towards transgenders that they overlook everything. Like everything he has done, his 100 motherfucking all his 100 days, whatever the fuck, what's them called when they do it on their own? Executive orders. Mm-hmm. All his executive orders are straight bigoted shit. Straight. Completely. Now, he started with his tariff shit, right? And you had the motherfucking president of Canada come on the other day and say what he had to say about that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, my man is not working in reality, bro. You know what I'm saying? And this is what motherfucking Al Green said about this motherfucker. And the reason why he walked the fuck out of that bitch. Well, got put out.
Hi, Congressman. What were you shouting to the president, sir? Sir, what were you shouting to the president?
The president said he had a mandate. And I was making it clear to the president that he has no mandate to cut Medicaid. I have people who are very fearful. These are poor people, and they have only Medicaid in their lives when it comes to their health care. And I want him to know that his budget calls for deep cuts in Medicaid. He needs to save Medicaid, protect it. We need to raise the cap on Social Security.
Let me say something real quick.
Go ahead.
This goes back to what I'm saying about the missed opportunity. The people that Al Green was talking about and talking to when he was talking about, no, he don't have a mandate. Most of my constituents are poor people who rely on these programs. You know what he was fucking talking to? He was talking to all the motherfucking voters in them swing states and in the rural states that's right now that's hurting because of the shit and feel betrayed because of the shit Trump is doing.
I was just about to get to that.
That's who he was talking to. Them the voters you need to reach. And if you want to get back to the party of the working class, you can't tell me. And it's look, even if every last one, if a significant number of that motherfucker y'all walked out last night with him, where you had empty seats, you could visibly see empty seats all over the motherfucker, all over the on that side of the aisle. It would have set him crazy. It would have set that motherfucker crazy to sit there and he had to give that speech to an empty fucking room with cameras and the whole world watching.
If you tune in right now, this is Al Green himself explaining why he walked out.
Right
Security, there's a possibility that it's going to be hurt, and we've got to protect Medicare. These are the safety net programs that people in my congressional district depend on. And this
That's another thing we needed to get on.
seems to care less
Healthcare,
about
Medicare,
them
the
and more about
poorest-
the number
first
of
of all,
people
hold
that
on.
he can remove from
Wait.
the various.
This is part of our problem right here too. Is you black MAGAs or Republicans vote for Republicans, even though that hurts your life.
Mhm.
Like, I don't get that part of this whole thing. You'll vote for them. Some of this time you'll be duped. I'll give you that. But some of this shit you'll vote for them regardless. Guns, transvestites, and all that shit. Right?
Type of shit.
It's just like, as a Republican Party, who in their right mind, as Americans, can agree with everything they want to do, bro? You gave them control of the whole Congress and the Senate and the president. Now you got an idea what Republicans are. You cannot say as an American, even if you voted for this orange fuck demon Donald Trump 3 fucking times, you cannot say everything you're doing right now is what you're thinking about. You can't. And if me or No More Soul Brother was one of the people that stepped in your life and told you that was going to happen, you lied. You told us we was a piece of shit and we lied. Fake news. So I'm trying to figure out, when my man say, my people in my district poor, they calling me. Can you ask these bitch ass motherfuckers that's calling you, what were they talking about before this fucking election? We had Kamala Harris as the representative. And say, first of all, what was you thinking first in the election? Was you doing some Trump? But I like him, but because it is. But is Kamala? She not really black. Did you do that? I don't want to hear you call me no more, you motherfucker. Don't you fake ass Republican wishy-washy ass Stephen A ass type motherfuckers wash your ass around here and think we gonna no. This is a fucking war from this point on. And me and my man ain't even step away from the war. So we ain't give a fuck who got elected. We ain't step away and say we ain't get our sense together. We ain't step away and say, we don't know what to think. We ain't never, we took it on the chin. We lost. We was here that night. We were here the night before, after. We was here 2 nights after that. We didn't give a fuck. We lost. Period. We took it on the chin. But now we got an issue. Right or wrong, number one soul brother.
You got an issue, but you know, I knew sooner or later Rodney was on China, man. But appreciate you, motherfuckers. I mean, the crime Republican motherfuckers, that's another one. The crime motherfuckers that voted for him, they're the motherfuckers that tripped me the fuck out. But they keep spoon feeding y'all shit, and y'all don't want to take it. They served it up. Then y'all know if you go to this joint and you gotta, once you in there, you gotta sit there and take whatever he throw out there anyway. He got the power. And see, one of his things is, and you know this is about every speech he does. Every speech he does is like a campaign rally. So that keeps his base round up. Because if his base is round up and they get out in 2026 and motherfuckers don't get out on the other side in 2026, then we gonna have a whole 4-year problem. Y'all just can't bank on, oh man, shit fucked up, motherfuckers gonna go to polls. No, that ain't how it go.
I'm gonna tell you, the position everybody is in right now, I really like where we at right now, right? Because now me and you can see who operates good under pressure, right? Like when you watch motherfucking NBA and NFL players, right? All of them good, right?
You ain't there unless you good.
But who operates good under pressure, right?
You know?
Right now, we under pressure. This is pressure cooking here. You know what I'm saying? So far, Crockett, yes, indeed. She working good under pressure. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Oh, my God.
AOC, under pressure. Looking good so far under pressure. Jeffries, I like you. You're looking good under pressure. My man Al Green, y'all looking good under pressure. You know what I'm saying?
Them ain't the ones I'm worried about. I expect that from them.
No. This is pressure here. This is pressure.
I expect it from them because that's what they live for. The time we in right now is the time that they live for. It's like, damn, you know, I like this shit right here because they gonna get bare knuckles with the other side. And they've been wanting to do it. But you had the old guard, the Pelosi's, the Schumers, and so on and so on and so forth, that was holding them back to a certain extent.
Yeah.
And they was gonna get so much power. But
yeah,
those that's fucking moving out. Because they some old motherfuckers, so they moving out. So now you got motherfuckers there now that want to fight. That's ready to fight. That's ready for the fight.
Now, it's two things, right? It's a few. Now, Tricia, I agree with Tria. I think there's a few things, right? Is Jeffries, right? You can't deny that he out there vocally trying, and he always been putting this out, laying this out, what the Republicans are trying to do, right? But you gotta give him credit as a leader in the motherfucking Congress where he don't have more votes than anybody, right? So all he can do right now is really talk, right? And you can't deny that he been out there speaking. Matter of fact, if you check internet, he all over all podcasts, Democratic podcasts, all over the internet as we speak, right?
Oh, no, boy, yeah.
So you can't deny that he actually trying, right? We might disagree on him being like a Crockett, but I agree with you on that, right? But at the same time, him and Crockett in two different positions, right? He almost a step away from being a Speaker of the House, a black man, right? So some of these things is not as easy to be free falling as like a Crockett or AOC, right? So some of these things is he had to get his caucus together on some of these votes. Like he had to get everybody together to say notice all this shit, which they accomplished, right? So he's the person who have to lead this. So he can't just be off the walls all the time talking crazy, right? So when he come out, it got to be precise and to the point in what he's trying to do for the Democrats. So that might seem more boring, right? And I do get to the point that you might look at him and be like, all right, Jeffries, what are you doing? But at some point, you got to realize that other people voted for the orange neck demon and his fucking friends. You just can't deny that Jeffries and the rest of the Democrats are in a minority. There's nothing they can do but kick and scream like a baby in the crib. If you want them to do that, I get that. But to me, I don't give a fuck about that. Nothing really happens until they start doing things and putting things on point, right? Now, for example, the speech he laid out, right? For example, him and the motherfucking joint with the food from Korea, right? I mean, not Korea, Ukraine, right? Now you got concrete shit to actually fight against. He firing people. You getting things now. At first, it was just he president. Of course, we don't agree with him, but he haven't done anything for us to actually do policy against. They haven't passed the budget. Everything they've done is executive orders, something the Congress can't defend. You feel me? So until he passed something, which is the budget he tried to pass, we can't really defend anything other than talk. Disagree or agree?
I say this. A couple of weeks ago, I wasn't feeling Jeffries myself because I wasn't liking the way he was speaking. I always thought he could speak with more fire. Then I
don't like the way he talked though. Yeah.
Then I seen a little fire come out of him and I was like, all right, yeah, he all right. But I think with him, his thing is this, to me. He gotta hold the Democrats together. For however long, he gotta keep his caucus together. He that leader. And also at the same time, he gotta help get the Democrats that's there and who's up for re-election reelected. And he also gotta find a way to defeat however seats they need to
he got a lot of work to do. Yeah.
He got a lot on his plate. So I kind of get why he really ain't jumping out there with some crazy shit, some wild shit. And he can lead that shit for the Jasmine Crockett's, the Al Greens, the AOCs, and stuff like that. But he gotta, especially being a minority leader, I think it's he'll go so hard up to a point, but as a point he dial it back and let others do it. And I mean, it's others out there that doing it.
So if you're a MAGA right now, right? Like Rodney, for example, when he say Democrat Party lost, right? And he ain't like how they looked last night. Now, how do you? That's why me and my man right here do this podcast, and we always ask for all your MAGAs to come on this joint and discuss this shit with us, because I like to see what lenses you looking through, right? That will see something that Democrats done was the worst thing that happened last night, right? For you, I don't care if you voted for Trump, right? But you got to at least listen to him. And the worst thing you can come out of that speech is the Democrats sat down, or my man got put out because you want to take away Social Security? Do you agree with taking away Social Security then? I mean, I'm confused on the right-wing MAGA debate. That's why we want y'all to come on. I just don't understand what is happening here. You said he wasn't going to touch Social Security. He doing that. He even told you it's going to hurt. Did y'all hear him say there's going to be a small pain? He not talking about Elon Musk in pain, motherfucker. He talking your dumb ass.
It's like it's like it's out there, it's known, it's public, it's all over the place that the motherfucker's trying to cut what, 880 million from Medicaid. That's a fact. Rodney will say, well,
Any
you know what you're
MAGAs
talking about.
out there, come on this joint right now. Let's talk
Well-
about that. ASAP.
Rodney says, where you getting your information from? That information is out there. You act like it ain't been out there and he ain't tried. You haven't act like him and Elon haven't already proposed cuts to Social Security.
Wait, what?
They haven't talked about it. That ain't nothing. It ain't about having you where you get your news from. Just go online and find out. It's easy. And you'll find out from Fox, Newsmax, and all these other places that they stay in a little cocoon and listen to. That's why they don't understand shit was other than what Trump and MAGA tell them. But it's out there. But
no. What I want to do is hone in on, do you disagree with me or agree, first of all, that the fact that Donald the fuck orange demon Trump was voted in, the Congress is led by Republicans, the Senate is led by Republicans,
okay.
that we in March, what is it physically, without speaking, that you think a Democrat can do?
Okay, we had this conversation a couple nights ago. With those of y'all who voted for this fool, y'all gave him the White House, and the Congress, the House and the Senate. And he already basically took over the fucking Supreme Court in his first term. They were just waiting for him to come back. Y'all gave him all of this.
Mhm.
Those who voted for him, y'all gave him all three branches of government. Y'all gave him executive, legislative, and judicial. You gave him the motherfucking, you gave him the ones that legislate and make the laws. You got the ones that enforce the laws. And you got this motherfucker that can use the law now, according to the Supreme Court, that he put there any way he want to. Y'all gave him everything. Everything. There's nothing that a fucking Democrat can do right now to stop him from doing anything
Right
that
there,
he wants
right
to.
there, right there,
now.
right there. Stop for a minute. You just said what I want everybody to understand.
There's nothing.
Thank you. It's really nothing. Okay, so now I'm gonna address the one thing they can't do. I agree with Teresa, right? That, and please check out our podcast a couple of days ago when me and my man had a drag out fight about this very topic. Is when you say we can message, we know that's one thing we know should happen. It should happen ASAP. And check out the podcast. Me and him had a disagreement on how to message and where to message and what the message about. But we already know the messaging is the biggest problem for the Democrats, period. Messaging and setting the narrative, which is my thing. The message is his thing. And either one of them is set. And that I agree with you, Tressa.
See, that's my whole point about last night. It was given to you. It was given to you on a silver platter. Because no sooner did motherfucking Al Green jumped up and started saying what he was saying, you saw how quickly J.D. Vance jumped up, was the first one to do like this. Get him out of here. And he kept going. Even Trump went like this. Get him out of here.
It was Trump.
It was first J.D. Vance, then it was Trump, and then Mike Johnson jumped up there talking about decorum and all of this shit, then called the sergeant at arms and had him taken out of the chamber. But that was handed to you because even if, say all of you didn't, all the Democrats didn't, say if enough of them got up and went out there behind Al Green and knowing that the cameras was waiting, they was gonna go to Al Green first, and then everybody and those who couldn't get to Al Green was gonna get to all of these motherfuckers that walked out. And then the message could be anything you want it to be. You got all of that. because you can
dream
best believe
to
that they're
life
going to a
for
split
every single.
Yeah.
with Trump on one side. They're going to mute Trump. At some point, they're going to mute Trump because Trump says the same thing in every speech. You can go look at his last 15 speeches and then listen to his next 15 speeches. They basically say the same thing. It's definitely new in any of them. So they'll mute that shit, and you got all of this shit going out. It's going out online. It's going out in tweets. You set the message to what the fuck you want it to be.
No.
And
I mean, but you have to do it though. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can set a narrative that Biden is old, if you can set a narrative that Kamala is not black, you have to set your narrative on the Democratic side.
Yeah.
And they haven't done that yet. You know what I'm saying? So I get where everybody feel like the leader is not doing everything he can. Like he explained, it's like nothing they can do at this point but scream and holler. And I agree with you. And set their message. But this is one of the motherfucking joints that he said the other day, which is right after the speech.
Thank you.
okay, so hold
Last
on,
night,
hold on,
Donald
hold
Trump
on,
delivered
hold on.
one of the most
Bro.
divisive
Come on, bro.
speeches
Don't
made
even do that.
by a president in American history. Republicans aren't trying to bring the country together. They are tearing us apart. Republicans aren't trying to move America forward. They want to turn back the clock. Republicans aren't interested in improving the economy or making life better for everyday Americans. They want to enact the largest cut to Medicaid in American history and are hurting our veterans. Far-right extremists are desperately trying to jam their reckless budget down the throats of the American people. They want us to step back. House Democrats will.
Okay.
They
Now,
call for, rain, so
that right there, huh?
I said we do about 20.
That right there is exactly what Shawty talking about. I get it. His speech and his oral skills is not somebody that, put it like this. He done everything he can for the fight itself, but when it comes to the media and making a motherfucking speech and putting the message in play, he not that person. So I do agree with that. But you cannot look at him as a weak person because that's not him. He fights for black culture issues 24/7. So it ain't that. Now I give you, his communication skills are way off. And it's not a person that can lead us out of this shit. That's what I tell you.
Bang.
This right here is where you see who can lead us. In the middle of the fire, middle of the heat, who performs better under fire? This is where you find this out.
This is Hakeem Jeffries to me, and I put it in a nutshell. He don't got no charisma. He not a charismatic speaker.
Yeah,
That's
the
in a
what fucks him
nutshell.
up. Yeah,
But that's not saying he ain't good at what he do. He can get out there in front of people. And he can speak it. He can speak it plain and on it for real. That's what you need. Somebody like him that can come and make it plain. That's a big problem. He can make it. He can speak in a way and explains what's going on. This is boom. This is what we're doing. This is what they're trying to do. They're trying to cut this, that, and the third. They're trying to take away this, that. They're trying to put this. They're trying to give a tax break here. When we trying to save safety net programs and stuff like that. He good at that because being he's not a charismatic speaker, you know, he ain't gonna give you a soaring speech, but you're gonna listen to him and you gotta listen to him to know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Cool. That's why I say he hold his caucus together, help get motherfuckers elected. That's your thing. And speak out when you need to speak out. Now, when you go to the other side, you got a Jasmine Crockett and AOC and who was another one? Maxwell Frost. He walked out the other night. You got speakers like them that they got some charisma to them. They got some tat-ow, some pizzazz, or if you will. So them, you know, when people will listen to them and get behind them. So boom.
But you gotta realize people like for example, Jasmine Crockett has found the way to do this.
Mhm.
The same way that that bitch on the other side that wear the red hat, what's her that bitch?
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, she know what to do. She say crazy shit. Next thing you know, she going viral.
Yeah.
So guess what motherfucking Crockett said? Okay, I see what you're doing.
She told
I'm gonna one up you though. I'm gonna one up you though. And start doing things when she go viral. And guess what? She on CNN or MSNBC. And then while she's there, she can blow the orange Donald J. Trump ass up.
Yeah.
And that's how you do this game. You gotta know how to maneuver and fuck. He just not a person that does that. He just not. Jeffries is not a person that will jump off the screen for you. He's not a charismatic talker. He's not going to galvanize you. So he's just not that person. That's all. But other than that, he got the caucus to vote against this bullshit they passing now. Period. Don't show up. And now it's up to the Senate. He did his job, but he can't. You're right. He can't do the speaking part. That's all.
Speeches. He can get to. He does not look. When it comes to speeches, he's just not the main event.
No.
That's all. I mean, he got his place. Like I say, he can get out there and he can explain. He can explain shit to you better, especially being as though he the minority leader. He can explain the shit better and in a better way, and in some respects, got a bigger microphone being you know, he the minority leader.
That's right.
Than she does. So boom, he gets out there, he got the press conference, and he got his media thing he do every week. So you know, he gonna pop up on Meet the Press and all these other places on the regular, but he's not the main event.
But I do understand people that look at him and be like, nah, man, you're not doing enough. You're not, you know what I'm saying? I get that, you know, because he's not a person, once you start listening to him, be like, oh, bro, you just let me down with that shit. He's saying the right things, but it's not. They don't have no umph in it. So I get it. You know
he the one that's gonna tell you, he gonna say, look, he gonna tell you what we gonna tell you in a simple way. Look, we ain't got no motherfucking power, but y'all gave all the power back to this asshole, and he doing what he told y'all he was gonna do.
Basically, yeah. We gave you Kamala, nigga. So you told me us no. So now all we can do is just try to do what we can. Hold on to the dog leg.
We gonna
as
fight.
they trying to bite a motherfucker. We're gonna try to hold on to their leg as long as we can, you know what I'm saying?
Because if they want to build, and they pass a bill, they got the majority.
It's
so
not coming out of the like house. You can't get mad at Democrats at this point. You gotta get mad at people that voted to put this situation in play. Because nothing they can do is nothing happening today is anything a Democrat would do.
I mean,
period. A Democrat wouldn't do anything this orange neck demon fuck done. Period. You can pick a Democrat. They will not do none of this. So that's why we always want MAGA to come on here, talk to us. Let's hash this out.
Yeah, all right.
Like, explain to us, why would you like a fucking Republican? Fuck MAGA, Republican, period. When you get 9/11, you get fucking Katrina. You get fucking the worst fucking pandemic in fucking 100 years. You get the worst motherfucking remember the fucking what we had? Everything crashed in the worst of the 100 years. 9/11. We got Katrina. We got the Iraq War. All that bullshit is Republican shit.
My question is this, and they don't even go to policy or whatever the fuck. My question is this: how can you like a motherfucker that clearly don't like you? He don't like nothing about you. He don't like your skin tone. He don't like where you come from. He don't like the way you talk.
Hold up.
He don't like you. He don't like your people. He don't like your community. He don't like a motherfucking thing about you. But you love this dude. You love this dude to the fact, to so much, or like him so much to the fact that he done made it plain that he don't like you. He made it plain that he don't like you.
I get that.
And you still, and what makes you move past that part to get to the part he's talking about? That's what
I know that. That's why I say it's so much better when you get a MAGA on here where we can hash this out.
Thank you, Tressa.
Of course, we don't understand the shit. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for us to understand. Coming from the streets, we just walking off the streets and talk. And motherfucker, if I look on another YouTube and another motherfucker is using some shit we talked about, I understand y'all look down on the street. I understand y'all look down on motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? We from the streets. We ain't go to college. We're not political scientists. We ain't go to college for political shit. We get it. I sold dope for a living. But at some point, y'all cannot watch this podcast and then use the shit we talking about on y'all bigger shit and act like at least say two ghetto motherfuckers thought of this and then move on. At least say something for us. You know what I'm saying, dog? Because that now y'all doing too damn much. We just here. You know what I'm saying, dog? Don't take our shit. We coming original. We don't know nothing about this political shit. Fuck around with y'all.
Hey, we've been pointing that shit out for the longest time. We've been saying like my new name is Soulstradamus. I be seeing shit. I be trying to tell y'all. We both be trying to tell y'all shit before it happened. We try to talk to you. We try to talk to farmers.
If I catch a motherfucker.
We try to talk to you farmers and you white people in rural areas about how they motherfucking they'll trick y'all into thinking that
it's not our fault.
Black people take Democrats say black people vote for granted when it's actually them that take.
And he told the farmers. Guess what he told farmers? It's gonna be tough. Hey, farmers for Trump.
What he told y'all is some of you motherfuckers
Mexicans for Trump.
Hey,
y'all niggas don't like food, bro.
Some of you motherfuckers going broke. Some of you are going to lose your farms. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough for a couple of them. It's gonna be tough.
Some of y'all gonna have to move down in some of the motherfucking neighborhoods.
You can get your ass in the fucking shelter in the middle, motherfucker. Fucking with me. Fucking with the orange demon. Fuck Trump. Your ass gonna be in the shelter. Fuck that farm.
Hey, and he put it in his speech last night. He slipped it in there. Like he was slipping in a lot of shit. Like he slipped in the gold card.
Hey, bro, but it's a contrast right here. Biden, how much money he bailed out farmers because the first term of Orange Fuck Demon, he put farmers in a deep hole. Biden gave your bitch asses money out of your hole. Hey. And guess what? You said farmers for Trump. Guess what? Fuck around and find out. Hi, have a nice one.
Can I break something down to these farmers? Give me a second right here. And I'm going to tell you.
And we don't know what we talking about.
What he did to you farmers is fucked up. And you voted for this shit. First of all, he told you all along that he was going to motherfucking deport your workers.
Deport ASAP.
He was going to round up your workers and get rid of them and send them out.
Only criminals, though. That's the Duke part.
That's what he told you.
Only criminals.
Yeah, okay. He also told you that he was going to roll back the motherfucking American Rescue Plan. That he was going to get all this
that was a good lie. That was a huge lie.
So now, this and this is beautiful. Just hear me out on this, because this is some wild shit that they did to y'all farmers. What he did was he did what he said he did on day one. He rounded up, he got rid of your workers. Bam. Those that he didn't catch up with, they can't come to work because they're afraid of INS immigration showing up at where they work at. So a lot of them, now they off the grid.
Yeah, that's tough.
They out there, them and their families off the grid.
That's tough.
So now, when he got in there, he started throwing them motherfucking executive orders around, fucking with the American Rescue Plan. And he took away the money. The money that was helping you to modernize your farm, to keep your farms afloat.
Yeah, he fucked farms for sure.
He fucked you real good.
Y'all look real stupid.
They
don't look worse than Mexicans, though.
Yeah, but I ain't got to the good part yet.
Mexicans?
Watch this.
Farmers or black maggots?
Watch this.
God damn. We got to put a poll in there.
Your workers gone, your money gone. Then he hit you with a third move and went into a trade war, putting all these fucking tariffs on every motherfucking body.
We're gonna get on a trade war on the next podcast too.
Yeah.
We can
So
dig
now
into
in the
that.
trade war, so whatever product you do got going out,
Amazon,
and you
all you
can
want,
make-
you're getting taxed, motherfucker.
you got because now they throwing tariffs back at us.
It's because you voted for a president that know nothing about nothing.
Right. Oh, but I still got to the good part. The new shit that he threw on them. So now, let's see. Workers gone. You ain't got nobody working crops in your fields and all this whole other shit. Your money gone. Damn. So he did all this shit. Then he got the motherfucking trade war going. So that's fucking up the money even more. And now he slipped in a new beautiful one last night. The motherfuckers that was living here, working your farms, doing all this shit that you got trained up, you know, they fucking with your pigs, your cows, your sheep, whatever the fuck, your vegetables, whatever you doing, your oranges, your apples, all that shit. These people, your workers was doing this shit. They was living because they was making 200 times more over here what they was making in their homelands. Some of them motherfuckers wasn't even making $1 a day in their homelands. They come over here, they making fucking $15, $20 an hour. That's a come up like a motherfucker to them. Okay? So now you got this going on. So you can't get shit out. And then last night he says, we gonna offer a motherfucker whatever, we gonna create a gold card where a motherfucker can pay $5 million to get papers to come into this country. That's what he said last night. Don't believe me? Want that I get my news from? Go back and look at it. So you get rid of your workers, take your money, stop your money,
It's ridiculous.
fuck up your product going in, going out, and now you're gonna say the motherfuckers that was working your fields, doing all this shit that you can't do, working your machines, harvesting your crops, all of this shit. The motherfuckers that was doing this, that wasn't criminals, that was just came here for a better life, they gone. You got nobody to do this shit. You supposed to motherfucking, you trying to find a way to keep your farm and survive. And this motherfucker just said he offered a motherfucker $5 million to pay for motherfucking papers to come to this country, as he termed, the right way. And y'all voted for this shit. Y'all sitting out there crying. Do y'all realize you voted for your own fucking demise?
But
You voted for your own demise, and he told you he was gonna do this.
It's even worse than that. But before we get out here, first of all, I didn't watch the shit, right? I watched clips of the joint. I'm on part of the motherfucking whatever views his bitch ass orange demon fuck like to get. But it was an alternative to, it was a 24-hour State of the People 24-hour live stream where all motherfucker Congress people and congresswomen came on that joint. It was hosted by Reese and God, I keep forgetting her name and shit, man. But she be on podcasting with the Breakfast Club. And you remember her name? She come on the Breakfast Club. God damn it.
What's that game?
Yeah, she fuck with yeah. God damn it. But she come on the Breakfast Club. She set this thing up. And they had like almost 200,000 motherfuckers on that joint. Mostly black people, I granted. And most of the speakers came in there with Joe was Kamala. I mean, was most of the motherfuckers coming in that joint. You had Jeffries come in that joint. You had Crockett come in that joint. You had AOC come through that joint. So it was like a live stream. We had so many black leaders on that joint came through there. So I know most people saw that it was a 24-hour live stream that they did to combat the speech of Trump. So I never watched the joint. But overall, though, I do agree with motherfucker Tressa that Democrats are spineless. They not as strong as you would want them to. For example, but we do disagree on what they should be doing now, because me and Tony do agree on, there's nothing they can actually do, right? So, but as a Democrat, I do agree with Tressa that the message has to be set for one. And I do, at this point now, have a bone to pick with a few people, right? But I understand Trump is president, and I ain't vote for him. But this weekend, we all seen where what's the name turned heel in WWE, right? Turn heel, had The Rock there. You had John Cena turn heel, right?
Yep.
But at the same time, you got WWE. You have Jim McMahon, his wife, Linda McMahon, who is now in the Trump cabinet. She sit there, she had this wrestling shit on there geared towards kids watching a wrestling show. Meanwhile, she trying to shut down the fucking Department of Education, trying to take away your education for your fucking kids. Meanwhile, taking your fucking money for a bullshit ass wrestling script show that she put on that joint, then hide like she has nothing to do with this shit. And take a bitch ass in the cabinet to take your kids' education. The same kids watching that trash ass wrestling show that her and her bitch ass husband that's got fucking lawsuits up their ass for touching motherfuckers. You got this bitch in the cabinet running a fucking TV show geared towards kids, but yet she don't really give a fuck about you kids. So I understand motherfuckers love wrestling. WWE is about it. But this bitch running. This is the same bitch that people is not putting on spotlight that's trying to take education from kids in the fucking America. Can you make that story up? No. This bitch need to be put on blast. And she gonna stay on blast on this fucking podcast.
Well, if I'll say this much, and you make good points there, but I'll say this much. All you had to do is motherfucking read Project 2025, you would have known. All you had to do was tune in.
No.
They told you
We talking about McMahon,
right?
his wife,
But
sells wrestling
my point
to
is this.
kids.
My point is
This bitch steps her ass in the cabinet to get into Project 2025. Why the fuck she there? When her project is geared towards kids. You want to do a double dutch to the kids? Give them fucking wrestling and take their education? You bitch!
my whole point is this: 77 million people voted for this shit.
And 77 million people gotta understand and see that this is happening. Maybe some of them didn't know that this bitch was even in the cabinet. Second,
Why? She was in the last cabinet.
everybody don't know this. You need to understand that. That's why we here.
Now listen.
We're not the average nigga that walk on the streets. Most of the niggas like us don't give a fuck and never care about politics, bro.
What?
So that's the majority of people that watch wrestling.
Hold on.
They don't know this bitch is in the cabinet.
But then
You tripping.
we did it. Talked about.
I
her a
get
couple-
that.
Hold on. We talked about her a couple of times during the first administration.
We
she was
know
there, and
that.
we told
Me and
them
you know
they
that.
knew this.
We can bring 8 black motherfuckers in,
Right.
gonna know wrestling, and not gonna know that bitch is in the cabinet now.
And that's
Now
what-
you see what I'm saying?
and they got what they had called for.
But this bitch
Yeah.
knows she in wrestling. This bitch knows she in the cabinet. This bitch is a slick bitch.
Hell yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what they voted for. So
She has nothing to do with the voting. This bitch knows what she doing.
voted for the motherfucker.
No. Fuck the voting and Trump. This bitch know what she doing. She selling the product of wrestling to kids. She in the cabinet trying to take motherfucking education from kids.
Okay.
That has nothing to do with Project 2025 or the redneck orange neck demon fuck.
Okay.
That's that bitch. And
Okay.
and it's her fucking wife, husband,
Okay.
the whole
That's
plan.
Her and Vince, they created the whole damn thing. The whole empire, WWE. Her and Vince, they created that.
Yeah, let's stay with her.
Now, what she doing is the same thing. Ain't no different from
Nope.
what Trump doing.
No,
Ain't that
fuck
no
Trump.
boy
Fuck
out there.
Trump.
And you cut
She is married to McMahon. Fuck Trump.
right.
And this bitch has a product geared to kids. Yes or no?
Yeah.
And this bitch signed up, put her hands up to go in the cabinet and be secretary of fucking education. And her first agenda is to erase the whole fucking department. And you think this shit is cute? When this bitch sells shit to kids, this bitch need her head cut the fuck off.
It's hypocritical. That's all.
That has nothing to do with Trump. We know about Project 25, and it's on that rig thing. She signed up for it.
But my thing is this: we already knew Trump was gonna get rid of the Department of Education.
See, you saying Trump again?
Hold on. You gotta.
She signed up for it.
He asked her. He offered her.
We're not talking about
she
Trump.
Took it.
Her.
Okay, she took it. I mean, what you wanted her to turn it down? You expect? Well, I didn't say wanted. Did you expect for her to?
Her. Yes.
For her to say
yes.
I don't
My
know.
product is geared towards kids. I'm not gonna go in there and take away their education. No, Trump, but thank you, but no, thank you.
Okay, she don't give a fuck about.
So it's not Trump. It's this bitch.
Right. So you think she give a fuck about kids' education?
I didn't know that.
No.
And people watching wrestling don't know that.
When she don't even give a fuck about. She got lawsuits about underage boys getting motherfuckers.
Thank you for telling people that don't know that. Yes.
Yes, for getting sexually abused or whatever. And this shit ain't new. This shit been going back to WWE.
But me and you are here
we
to let people know that watch wrestling.
Yeah.
We're gonna put these things together for them.
But
that person you see on your screen, the mother that come out there, that bitch is a bitch. She trying to take your education. Don't sit there and clap at her because she coming out today on the stage. Put these things together. And that's what we're here for. That's all. That's all I'm saying. For the people that didn't know, have no clue that this bitch was even included in any education whatsoever. In fact, she's not even included. She controls the education of America for anybody that don't know. This is the same bitch that sells your kids to wrestling, John Cena turning the other fucking day. That's all I want to put together for the people that don't know. Simple. And Teresa, appreciate you. Teresa, if we saying this wrong, please let us know too, because we really love you a lot. Appreciate you a whole lot, and everybody that tunes in, even motherfucking Rodney. That's my guy. You know what I'm saying, dog? But we are here as a culture, all together, you and us, to have this discussion. You know what I'm saying? We love the black debate, and that's why we're here. Appreciate everybody that tunes in every night. Check us out, like, subscribe, push our shit. You know what I'm saying? We just here off the streets. You know what I'm saying, dog? Appreciate you a whole lot. Thanks for stopping through. You got something to say we get in here? Get out of here.
See y'all next time.
That's for goddamn show. Stay black and proud. The black debate.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets. You know what I'm saying, dog? We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers. None of that shit that's on TV. You know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood. The hood view.